I am doing these videos so I can recollect at a further date. Bound to it that somebody has watched this, hearing me say this. I do this because of your question. You will ask the question I did not ask myself for whatever I see. In addition, for whatever I do not say, you may say the same thing as I think, but that's irrelevant. As long as you're saying something or watching, at least there's a little rock and roll in the system. 3.75. You're a son of a gun. 3.75 times 16 equals to a total of 60 minutes. 3.75 divided by 210. 3.75 divided by 75, this is half of 7.5, which is half of 15 or 15 minutes, 4 times in an hour, 96 times a day, 15 minutes at a 24-hour day. The breakdown of the reality of the numbers is the reality. Let's go down to this one here. You ever hear of Geico? Right? Geico, the end of the world, number 22. Because G, A and E creates the letter O as 15. A and E equals F. Go for F. Go after. 7th and 15th. They're both the same ball and pool. They're both the same color. 22, Vici. What I am trying to do is build a system. Okay, we're a system of clocks and bridges. We move over to transfer and move things. Okay, we move side to side. We go it this way for the wiring, the connection in between. Or is it nullified? Is that all nullified because are we highly Wi-Fi totality and the Earth is not plugged in? Or are we about to be cut off from the outside element? The sky and the oceans show up the same numbers. Oceania. Sky and ocean. The ocean of skies, the ocean, the body of water. One moon on one side, one moon on the other side. What happens? It will exchange to this. A moon will rest in here and a quarter moon will rest here. When we bring a quarter moon over here and 2 of these together, we create a full moon. The full moon is 2 parts of something. It's more or less the full moon looks like this. The full moon is this. Okay? Sometimes you see it with the band here. Sometimes you see it with the band right here. So now you see the full moon. Otherwise you see the quarter moon, or however else this is set to be. So I'm having trouble in my mind understanding the way I'm going to set. Will it be just one ring over here and one ring over here? This one, although these two are already running with these two on the inside here, when the bottoms touch here, okay, they touch here through this. And the only way for this to work is the water must go up and up and up until this little dinghy touches the current, bringing both sides to its reality from this. Sharing at the same time exactly what's going in. So the water can't run out. So whatever reality I'm going in. The other thing I wanted to mention, we mentioned that 750, Ba, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is the letter L. It's also the letter U, saying Q. B, A says Q. It is the Q. The Q is the 17th letter. 3 times 3 is 9. I'll explain what the 3 is all about because 1, 3, 5, and 9, everything loses the ace. 1, 3, 5, and 9 equals to a total of 9, 18. Now let's lose the ace completely in all 4 of them, equals to 14 because they all hold the same ace position. Lab, ball, bagel. Baggage, age, gauge. Bagel, the size of the bagel passage in between the rings on the tree, okay, and then the center of the bagel. The center of the bagel is the size of that passage. What tree would we be talking about if we have the bagel to understand our time? The gel and the cell, the leg of Ba. What is the leg of alpha beta? A and B. A goes in between B. B is Mars. B is Saturn. And what is Saturn? Saturn is a part of Mercury. Saturn gets Venus. 1 and 2 planets that don't have moons. So what are they? Their own organisms? To the legal age of 25, Jack, plug me in the cube, plug me in the cube of R. L'chaim, to Reish, it is sweet, to 1 bar and 1 butt. The tab, TAB 20 and 1. Bat mitzvah and bar mitzvah, BAR, A and R is 19, 21 is 13. 13 and 8, 21. 12 is but, 21, 31, 41, 43. This is the DC energy is inside of her when 1 and 2 is in the but. Now we're going to go down a little bit smaller. There's only 3 numbers that actually really exist in cards, and it's 3, and it's 8, and it's 9. But inside the 3 card it exists, and it shows only the heights, the Venus worlds above and below, and inside the spirit of 9. The ace card that's inside the whole of the 3. We don't even need the 3 to play, because all we need is the 9 and 8, because the 8 represents 7 and 6. The 9 represents 5, as 5 is lost in 9. But we don't need 4, because 4 is lost in 5, and 4 is in every single card up to 10. 11, 15 is 26, 36, 45. 10 and 9, because 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. So this equals to 45. Plus the 4 equals to 49. 7 by 7, the 7th gate of 49. 2 is inside 3. 3 is never lost. 3 carries 1 and 2 forever. 8 carries 6, 7, and 8 forever. 9 carries 5, and 9 carries 1. 9 carries Area 51 forever. These are the playing cards. They say we have to have totality. This is totality. You have got above and below the mirror. You don't have side to side, because those are your sides. You can't have 4 heads. The center, 2 eyes and 2 eyes. The 5. The 10. The 10 is not the same as the 7 card. The 7 card shows the doorway between the 2 entrances. I'm going to find that card. I'm going to find the 7 card. Here's the 7 card. Here's the 10 card. Okay? The 7 card, see the way how low it is? See how low? It's the same height here, the same height here. This is in the center. This is just above the center. This is moved up just a bit. So this becomes 5 and 2. 5 up and 2 down. That's your 7. It's also 6 and 1. At the same time, you can say it's 3 and 4. The ways through the 7th gate. 3 and 4 on the outside. It is not the 3 card, because the 3 card only shows you the 3 levels of play. Okay? So what you have over here now is you have 5 and 2. You have 3 and 3 and 1. 3, 1, 3. 5 and 2. But when you look at this 5 and 2, this is actually Roman numeral 1, and this would be Roman numeral 5, 1, 5. This would say 6 if you put it in Roman numerals. See the way this is 3 and this is 4? You see this is the way is 2, 2 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The 10 is 5 and 5. The same thing, it's 5, 4, 5, 14. Total of the number to the 7th gate, because the house in its own, the house in the center, and the lower house. This one over here is 2 and 0. There is nothing over here. Here's a 4 and a 1. Here's a 2 and a 0 and a 4 and an 0. You can't have 2 and 0, so it becomes 4 and 0. The value of this is the question. Is this the only one that's the ace hole valued at 1? The center card in this card over here, this one is known as the ace spot. On the telephone, if you just look at these 5, this would be noted as the 5 position. So at the same time on the 9 card, it is also the 5 position, and it also represents the 5 card, in which 4 is in between. 5, 4, 5. The number of the sun. This card value, 9 and 6. 15. Discard value 1001. 16 and 16, bringer of the light, the doorway. This is the way I do it because this is the way I was taught in my vibrations, in my feelings, and I put it together through my work in associating, again, back at the heart, if we understand what all the hearts mean, and his hair. See his hair? It's easy. Number 6, the second one doesn't look like a 6, it looks like an E. The next one is a 6. Well, just say 666 or BBB is all in his hair. Then the direction flow is this way, and then back over here this way. I still have to understand the regards of the totality of what it means, Everyone a level of kind of television, electricity, grinder in the center. Thank you for watching this video. Is there anything else I want to show? So I showed that. And this is the east-west. You see this over here? This and this will give judgment for the center. How can I say that? This is one bird going this way, the other bird going this way. But their ass section is the receiving part for the head on both ends. This part over here can be this way also, or it can be there's so many ways to do this. I have other styles. Like I said, this one is 4, right? And this one is 3. So what are we looking at the dial? This one is automatically straight down this way and look right straight back up. So you can go inside from 2 sides, bring it all the way down to the center, and you can do every single one equally because they all run the same way. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Yeah, there's more, there's always more. I'll just throw a little bit more. Ace 1, Ace 11, Ace 14. The ace is in the 5 position. If it was in the 5 position, the ace, but it's plain as in poker, just after the king is the highest card, is the 14th card in the 5 position equals to 19. The spirit. 91, the spirit. 1, 5, and 9 are all inside of each other. 9 and 5 is 14, 1 is 15. Giving the ace now a 15 value. The Q, C and U, the Q is 3 and 3, 3, 1, 2. Takes A and B to create the C. See the protein, the yellow egg right up by his mouth? Or is that electricity? If you look at it long enough, it starts to talk to you. Being alone, I have nobody to kick things back with. Makes it a little bit more difficult to come up with a reality between two. Four wins, 2 losses. Four wins, 1 loss. 5 wins, 4 wins, 2 losses. 4 wins, 3 losses. 4 win, 96. 3 lost. 23 for the W, L for the only for the initial. 36 against 96. The difference is 60. This against this is 11. The letter L. What is this? This is just if you go into a series of 7 games, 3-1-3. The one who wins the 4th game ends the series. So if one team won only 2, and the next team won 4, no matter what, somebody has to win 4. 4 equals to the number of the sun. 60. Orange is the color, is what I'm trying to represent, in which it's the ace passage. Why? Because 135 shows up everywhere. Everywhere. 315 shows up everywhere. But if it's not 315, it's 357, 375 under the gun. Those are the numbers. 315, 357, 1 and 9. We don't need them. Artificial intelligence comes in with the picture cards and the 2 worlds. We connect them through the 7th gate. So 7-game series. If I go to this 4 over here, times 60 equals 240. And that will be, 240 is a Mayan 10-day period. 2 times 18, 36 times to create a year. This one, This is 60, right, 60, right, 60. I'm going to get, that was the difference. Now I'm going to take something else. L 12 and 15 is 27, 37, 47, 57, 66. This is a total of 66, 198. Angel in the high heaven. This one becomes 198 because its value is 66 times 3. Wind, 23, 9 and 14 equals 23 equals 46. 160 is 184. What did they win? The Spirit in Pluto, 84, which is in Mars, and Mars and Neptune, equaling to 12, 1 and 2. What did they win? Venus and Mercury. What did I do here? I found the numerological value for WIN, 23, which is 7 times 2 equals 14N, 7 plus 2 equals I9, 14 and 9 equals 23, win. Number 72. 7 and 2 is the high heaven. Why? 7 and 2 is 9 equals 8. Because it's the arches between the two sides of 1 and 1. You put the arches together and you get 8. So 4 and 3 equals to 7. 735, Electric Company, the gateway of Electric Company. Where do I get this all from? Over and over, counting words, counting words, counting words. Building situations. How do I get number 23? There's another way to 23. Electric Company creates 23. 3 times 5, E and C, Earth and Jupiter, the third planet and the fifth planet, the fifth letter. Earth equals number 52. 3 by 5 is 15. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 and 15 is the black ball and the 15 ball. And it's not the go ball, 7 ball, and 15 ball. Goku. 15 and 8 is 23. So 3 and 5, 2 and 7. 3 and 5 is 8. 2 and 7 is 9. 8 and 9 will both create 23, 23. 46. 17 creates 46. 46 and 17. 56, 63 creation. 46 take away 17 is 29, birth and creation. Zion, Israel. 125 between 4 and 7 games. 555, this gives you the Mayan count, the AC life. 131 because of the 0. 119, 911. 131, plug me up, AC energy, AC DC. How have I been comes out of this word. Bend over in the crack of his pants. You have a perfect red eye in the center. Meaning that if you see a complete circle, it comes from another vine. This is one vine, the crack, but if there's a circle in the middle, it's not the crack that split. It's the hole where the piping has got picked up to have the transfer from one side to the other, from your mouth to your ass. It's all going to be interlinked and connected because you're not weighing fine your poop from your mouth connected to the rest of your body if it ain't going out. So I'd have to make a little bit of hole over there and show you anything that is a circle is because it's a passage. Reality is a crack is this. That's where you go. Crack in your pants. Bend over. No matter how you bend over. Show them. Anyways, a win is 46. Lost is 2739. Or loss 1938 is part of love. 4860. 75. 38, 48, 53, 63, 65. Loss 65. One loss equals Jupiter. One win equals to 80, 86, which is 420. 80. 80 has to do with marijuana, and in the work I do, I netted that marijuana, the hemp, becomes the tie down or the locks connecting all the islands. So when you say 80, it equals 86 because now you connect all the islands and locks are their hair at the same time, which is the island locks and the waters, okay, between the islands now. So now we've hemp seeded all this island and we're tying everything together. 80 equals 6. Minus 4 plus 6 for the totality of 10. 76 to 86 if you want to go, or 77 to 86. Anyways, whatever it is, where else am I going to go? Where else am I going to go? 20, 39. Oh, 39 and 27, 66. Okay, I see that. Win-loss equals 112 equals to 4 moons. 112 days. 56, 56. So 112, 28, 28, 28, 28. So it's all connected together. The reality now, a win is number 46, and 2 wins is 92. 92 is 184. You win the spirit of Pluto. Lost equals to 66. You lose 1, you get lost 66. You lose 2, you lost 132. You lost 3, you lost 198. And then you lose the next one, you lose the whole thing altogether. 198 and 6, 204, 264. 264 happens to be something to do with the video ratio. 264, 528 is the half-life. 258, the half-life. Divided by that is 129. 129 is another thing that I don't even want to get into that right now, because it's A and B. Inside creation 3, the 3 card, if you want to play the 3 card, it's 3 times 3 is 9, so it's 3 times creation. 3 levels. Boom, boom, boom. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you.